Hi, I'm Amber, and this is the story about my transition from a poor girl to a billionaire daughter. Please like and subscribe for me. Growing up, I always thought that my family was very poor. I live in a small house in a suburban. Because my father and mother do not have any degree, they are often unemployed. When all friends around me use smartphones, I still use the old one with buttons. Of course, my house doesn't have any Wi-Fi at all. Daily leisure activities are reading books and playing board games. Sounds boring, right? But trust me, life like that is very comfortable. The only minus point is that I have a hard time making friends at school because I can keep up with the trend of the youngsters now. However, I still have two best friends, Jasmine and Jordan. We do everything together and share our deepest secrets.
My stepmother caught me snooping last night.
Did she scold you?
No, but my stepmother made me clean up the whole kitchen while my two sisters were watching movies and eating popcorn in the living room.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
It really is. One day, I will marry a prince, making them jealous to death.
You see, we are all poor. Jasmine has always dreamed of herself as Cinderella because her life is exactly like that fairy tale. As for Jordan, his family has been farmers for 3 generations and he hates to continue his family business. He is strong and has good reflexes. His dream is to become a famous soccer player like Messi. As for me, my dream is simply to live happily with my family and friends like this forever. And in order to do that, I have to solve one problem: Iris. Just by the time I thought Iris' name, she appeared right behind me. She carried a bunch of bags of cookies in her hand, and every time she met someone, she gave it to them. Merry early Christmas. Don't forget to join my epic Christmas party. Jasmine pouted, pulling my hand away, but it was too late. Iris saw us. Hey, 3 of you, here's your present. Take some more. Bring it back to your family. I bet they won't have enough money to buy expensive cookies like this. Everyone laughed. Echo Iris's wicked joke. I quickly pulled Jasmine back when she was about to rush into a fight with Iris.
Don't, Jasmine.
You will lose our scholarship if you break the school rules.
I can't take it anymore. Is it good for being rich? She has no right to despise poor people like us.
Jasmine was right, but sadly, we couldn't report Iris to the teacher either because her father is a real estate tycoon who donated land for the school. The teacher will definitely defend her. We didn't have any problems with Iris before. She hates all the poor students in the school, not just us. Recently, she's been aiming at us all of a sudden. To be exact, at me alone. It all started a week ago. I had a date with Jasmine that day. When I was about to leave the house, I discovered that my wallet had a big hole in it. In a hurry, I borrowed my mom's unused wallet for temporary use. I ran into Iris and her group on the way to the meeting place and dropped my wallet. Iris immediately seized the opportunity to laugh at me. Look at this. It seems like peasants only know how to use fake goods. Stop it. It has nothing to do with you. You're hurting my eyes, okay? You're already ugly as a normal look. I didn't expect you to be so low. I blush from shame. I don't even know which brand the logos on the wallet belong to. How do I know if it's real or fake? Suddenly, the girl next to Iris exclaimed in surprise.
Hey, I don't think it's fake. It looks real.
Don't be so funny. That model's worth $1,000.
You're right. I must be mistaken.
From then on, Iris especially liked to tease me. Jasmine and Jordan were also bullied because we're close friends. We didn't want to get in trouble, so we just ignored her. But she was really overrated. As Christmas approaches, it is tradition for teachers and students to bring decorations to decorate the classrooms. The school also held a contest to see which classroom was the best. It's a fun activity, isn't it? But Iris sees it as a place to show off her wealth. Iris brought a huge Christmas tree with all kinds of expensive decorations and placed it in front of her classroom. She also had lights everywhere. It was very eye-catching.
Iris is crazy.
It looks nice though.
But it's blocking the way.
The decorations were only for a week, so I didn't think much of it. Unexpectedly, on that very day, when I was walking past with books in my hands, suddenly someone pushed me and I fell into the Christmas tree. Everything fell apart with my fall. My whole body was wrapped in ropes just like a clown. When I got up, there was no one behind me. Instead, Iris's scream echoed from afar. "What are you doing? You ruined everything."
I didn't mean to. I'll redecorate it for you.
"The pine tree's broken. Do you know how much it cost me?" I don't know. When I knew the true value of that pine tree, I knew I was dead this time. Iris insisted to make me pay back. I was afraid to tell my parents. Where could I get so much money? Fortunately, I have two great friends who offered to help me.
I'll take my savings for you.
I can't do that.
You want to use that money to buy new shoes, right? I can't receive it.
Then let's go work part-time this winter break.
Good idea.
Guys, I love you guys so much.
Don't cry. Who told us to be best friends? Friends have to help each other in difficult times, right?
So we split up to look for work. In this suburban, there are not many jobs. Most do not accept students to work part-time. When I was applying for a job at a cosmetic shop, I ran into Iris again. "Well, if you can't afford to buy cosmetics, please pay me soon." "No, I came here to apply for a part-time job." Iris and her friends laughed at me, and then I saw her say something to the staff. As expected, I was rejected again. I sadly left the shop when suddenly the anti-theft alarm rang.
Sorry, did you mistakenly take any item from the shop?
Of course not.
If you don't mind, let me check you.
I didn't steal. The alarm must be broken. I tried to explain, but the tough staff insisted to check on me. I was confident that I was innocent, so I let them check. Unexpectedly, there was a lipstick from the shop in my bag. For real! Why is it here?
I'll call the police.
No! There must be a misunderstanding. Iris watched the whole scene. She even used her phone to record. Stop recording! It was you, right? The same goes for the Christmas tree. Apparently, someone pushed me. Hey, do you have a proof? Don't talk nonsense, or I'll sue you for defamation. We argued loudly with each other, so the staff called the manager. When he saw me, he seemed surprised.
Are you Amber?
You know me?
Of course. Your father and I have known each other for a long time.
I hadn't even defended a word when he waved his hand.
This is a misunderstanding. It's okay. You can go home. The lipstick is considered as a gift for me.
I was so grateful, and Iris was furious. She couldn't accept that I wasn't punished. Amber is a thief. You can't just ignore it.
Just a misunderstanding. Moreover, I'm the manager. I have the right to decide it.
No! If you can handle Amber, then I'll call the police to put her in prison.
Who wants to imprison my daughter?
Suddenly, my dad appeared. I almost didn't recognize my dad because he was so elegantly dressed. He patted my head and then turned to Iris.
Young lady, don't blame others for no reason.
Huh? Obviously, Amber stole from the shop.
Stole? How can anyone be considered stealing when taking things that belong to them?
What do you mean?
The shop belongs to our family. Amber is just taking her stuff.
Oh my God! I know my dad loves me, but it's not good to lie like this. I pulled his shirt and confused. Dad, the manager has already forgiven me. You don't have to lie like that. He smiled to reassure me, while the manager suddenly bowed his head to admit his mistake.
Boss, I'm sorry for causing trouble for your daughter. It's okay. It's not your fault. And for this girl, check the camera for me.
After that, things went so fast that I couldn't understand a word. After checking the camera, we discovered that one of Iris's friends had secretly put a lipstick in my bag. No, I was just doing what Iris said. I didn't mean it. I was proven innocent. That girl and Iris were taken away by the police. My dad was mad. After knowing what I had been through, he hugged me in his arms.
I was wrong. I should have kept it hidden from you for so long. When you were born, I was worried that you would be spoiled like that girl. If I let you live in luxury, moreover, our family has many enemies. I was afraid that you could be kidnapped, so I brought you to this remote suburban.
You're kidding, right? Everything was like a dream. I, an ordinary girl, suddenly became a billionaire's daughter. No, actually, I was originally a daughter of a rich family from the time I was born. Because my parents wanted me to grow up to be a good person, so they raised me like a daughter from a poor family. It turned out that they weren't unemployed, but had so much money that they didn't need to work. And the purse I borrowed from my mom was real, not fake. The fact that I was bullied at school because I was too poor made my parents change their mind. They no longer pretend to be poor in front of me. We moved from an ordinary house to a large mansion. Mom bought me a lot of expensive clothes. Dad gave me the latest iPhone. Life has changed for the better, so I'm happy. And Jasmine and Jordan are happy for me too.
Wow, you're a real Princess Amber.
From now on, we don't have to endure Iris anymore.
My house will have a big Christmas party. You two have to come.
Really? You just only invited the two of us?
No, my dad invited a lot of people. He wants everyone to know how rich we are.
Oh, sounds kind of fun.
At that time, I hadn't noticed her strange expression yet. But with each passing day, we talked a little less. Everyone suddenly became enthusiastic about me because I was so busy with new friends and new life that I accidentally forgot about them. By the time I realized everything, the distance between me, Jasmine, and Jordan was too far. Finally, the Christmas party had arrived. I stood in a gorgeous dress in the midst of the lavish setting. There were a lot of people around me, but Jasmine and Jordan weren't there. I felt my heart empty, not even a bit of joy.
What's wrong, dear? Was the food not good? Or was the party decoration not pretty enough?
No, Dad. I don't like this life.
What's wrong?
Everyone praises me, but before, they were also the one who laughed at you. How can they change so quickly?
That's the power of money. You just have to get used to it. It's better than being laughed at, right?
I understand what he means, but still can't accept it. I suddenly felt scared of the eyes around me, like everyone was waiting for me to do something wrong, to make fun of me. I gradually backed away and ran. My dad tried to chase me, but was stopped by the guest. I didn't know how long I had ran. When I stopped, I realized that I had reached the place where I used to meet my two best friends. I missed them so much. When I cried, suddenly, someone hugged me.
Dummy Amber, why are you here?
Jasmine?
Why are you crying? Come here. We are preparing a Christmas present for you.
Jordan put his handmade wreath in my head, and Jasmine put a scarf around my neck. Jasmine ignored my confusion and said,
Hey, throw your shoes away.
For what?
You just run away from a fancy party in the middle of the night. Have to lose your shoes for a prince to find you.
She made me stop crying, and the three of us hugged our bellies and laughed. When I calmed down, I held their hands. Why don't you come to the party?
We're afraid to embrace you for having poor friends like us.
How can that be? We are best friends. And friends, whether poor or rich, are still friends. Even though I'm a billionaire's daughter, I'm still Amber, your best friend. They looked at each other and then hugged me at the same time. Money can buy many things, but can never buy true friendship. On the other hand, if I don't realize it soon and become someone like Iris, I will miss Jasmine and Jordan forever.